guys, the Crap Goth here, and as promised, today's video is going to be all about the Whitby Gothic Weekend. Now, Kori actually reminded me that I haven't done a video on this, which I said I was going to do just not long after releasing his video on his Crack in the Box channel, which has just gone out, so go and check that out. We are actually due to go on holiday in Whitby in the next few weeks, which is incredible. So excuse my voice, I'm still a little bit gravelly after having a chest infection, so but hopefully today will kind of encourage you all to get your butts off that chair, go visit Whitby. So this video is dedicated to the Whitby Goth Weekend and my experience personally of what it's been like going for years and years and years, both with children and without children, what kind of things there are to do, the best things to do for booking ahead, which is always advisable, by the way, because accommodation does book up quickly. So hopefully you enjoy this video. So start at the beginning. So the Whitby Goth Weekend initially started off, as I hope I'm getting my details correct, started off as a group of around about 40 goths, which were pen pals, and they decided to meet up in a pub in Whitby called the Elsinore. Now, still to this day, the Elsinore and the Little Angel are two of the main focal pubs of the Whitby Goth Weekend. A lot of people go there to meet up with friends they've not seen for probably a year or 6 months because it's a twice yearly event. They're two of the main pubs there. They're both really cool. It's just a really nice atmosphere to be there. So it started in about 1994, and I believe by Joe Hampshire. So honestly, absolutely so glad that those people decided to meet up and make this a thing. And it snowballed from there. So I've been going to the Goth Festival for probably about 17 years, I think. On and off, obviously, because my son Kori is not very well, so sometimes we just haven't been able to go. Obviously COVID hit, that was a bit of an issue, we didn't go then as well. So this year is the first year in about 3 years that we've actually attended the Whitby Goth Weekend. So it is, like I said, a twice yearly event. It is in April and it is in October. When we're lucky, because the dates do fluctuate, when we're lucky, it falls at Halloween. Now Halloween, in the birthplace of Dracula, in North Yorkshire, in the UK, in Whitby, surrounded by goths and steampunks and everybody else who's welcome there. It's just an incredible experience. It's bloody cold. You're going to need a coat, you're going to need your gloves. It's windy. So Whitby also has its own microclimate. So it can be beautiful, sunny, warm, fantastic, and then it can be bloody freezing, throwing it down with rain, and even get snow on the beach, which I personally haven't experienced yet, but I have got family and friends who both live out there who have sent me video footage of this happening. I would love to see the snow in Whitby. That'd be fantastic. Don't think it's going to happen in April, but we're in the UK. Weird things have happened. So what is the Whitby Goth Festival about? Just kicked a cup down here, sorry about that. So it is primarily a fantastic meeting place for people who have alternative interests. So it is obviously a goth festival, so you're going to get mostly goths. So obviously that falls into so many different categories. You know, you've got your traditional goths, you've got your cyber goths and all that, you know, so there's so many different genres which this falls into. There is a bit of a cliquey thing, I think, in like you get with anywhere really. Like you say, you get it in school, you get it in the workplace. It happens at the Goth Festival as well. As much as everybody is accepted and there's people who are incredible there, you're always going to get a select few members of public and people who think the Goth Festival should just be for goths and nobody else. That isn't the case that I've ever experienced at all. As far as I'm aware, and I've been going for years, I've never seen any hatred, I've never seen any bullying, I've never seen anything awful. So the little stories you hear about people being a bit cliquey is going to happen wherever you go. It is an absolutely fantastic place to go, honestly. It is an amazing experience. The atmosphere is out of this world. The outfits, people put so much time and dedication into some of these outfits. They are incredible. If you're not into goth, that's fine. If you are not a goth yourself, that is fine. Go along, go and have a look what the stalls have to offer, and just go and look at people's outfits. They are absolutely stunning. So when I go to Whitby, before having children, so I've seen before having children, so my daughter Ebony was born She's obviously been to the Goth Festival as well, but I have actually been without her as well when she's gone to stay with her dad. So going with children and going without, obviously, I think that goes for any holiday. It's very, very different experiences, but children are welcome. So even the main events, so there is so much to do, and is covering all of this in this video. I will let you know that if you jump onto your search engine and you type in www.whitbygothweekend.co.uk, I believe that will take you to their site there. They also have a Facebook page as well, so you can actually go and have a look independently at what's being offered. Sorry, my voice is really bad at the moment. I can't tell you right now the bands which are playing because I'm not quite sure this time. We actually don't do the main event with Kori being so poorly. So Whitby is made up of, obviously, it's a seaside town. It's a beautiful North Yorkshire seaside town. It's absolutely stunning. So the famous places, obviously, are Whitby Abbey, St Mary's Church, the Whalebones, the Captain Cook Memorial. And there's obviously, it's a working harbour as well, so you will be getting the fishing vessels coming in and out. You can watch that happen. That's fantastic. We've sometimes sat on the cliffs in the freezing cold watching the fishing boats come in early hours of the morning. It's incredible. It's really pretty. Obviously, they're all lit up. It's lovely. So there is a lot of things to do at the Goth Festival. So my favourite thing to do personally, and I know it's something Kori also loves to do, is to visit something called the Bazaar. It is wicked. It is so good. So it's based over several different venues, which I know have changed over the years. Not entirely sure that it's going to be in the same venues this time, but from previous experiences, it's the Spa Pavilion. There was the Brunswick, which is a beautiful little church that's there as well. The Leisure Centre as well. Used to be some events going on the school grounds. Not sure if that's still the case. Like I said, COVID changed things. Different events change for different years as well. But those are the three main ones that I know about personally. There was also the Rifle Club, which tended to be quite steampunk as well. Not sure if that's going on this year, but definitely check out the Leisure Centre, the Spa Pavilion and the Brunswick. They seem to be the three main places where the stalls are set up. Now, I think there was over 200 stalls, from what I gather. The last time I went, oh my gosh, it is incredible. So you can get everything from your standard goth stuff, like your new rock boots, your gothic clothes, your corsets, your fascinators for your hair dye, makeup, all of that kind of stuff. They also have specialised handmade items that I personally have never seen anywhere else in the world for sale. Some people who go obviously trade, they have their own websites as well. They will have the little cards on the stalls. I will be picking some of these cards up as I go through the stalls, and I will do another video after I get back from the Goth Weekend showing you where we've been, what kind of people are trading, what kind of things we've bought. We are going to say we, because I'm talking for Kori as well from Crack in the Box. He's going to be with me. Obviously, we're going on a family holiday. We're going to be covering this whole holiday across both channels. So there will be different content on both channels. So please do subscribe to Crack in the Box and the Crap Goth. Make sure that little bell icon is ticked and that you're receiving your notifications and you like and share the videos. Comment, that'd be fantastic. So we are going to, my video on this channel, mine will be mostly focused on the goth side of things. So we'll be going up to the graveyard at sundown. We won't be doing this during the Goth Festival, just purely for the fact it's very, very busy. We will be truly respectful of the graves that are there, obviously, but there are pirate graves and there's some beautiful, beautiful old car graves up there. With the sea air, erosion happens. It just makes the mystique of it all so much more better. So much more better. That's probably really English, bad English. Much better. So we're hoping to see the bats flitting across the abbey, the silhouettes obviously of the whole whalebones. You'll be able to see the ships out to sea. It's just beautiful. I'll cover a lot of the goth shops as well. Hopefully we'll be allowed to film in the shops. I'll try and sneak it in if not. Obviously we won't be talking that much because I'll be like secret filming. We will ask permission from most of the shops before we go in if it's okay to film. Some people like it, some people don't. So again, please be respectful of obviously people's premises and do ask permission, preferably if you can. we are going to take you across to the Bazaar, so people filming there all the time. I will walk you through. You can see all the different things that are available in the stalls. Please feel free to comment as well, because we will be filming from the festival and hopefully releasing footage whilst we're there. Kori, you're going to have your work cut out. You know already that we are going to be sending you videos from both channels. So do keep your eyes out. If there's somewhere in Whitby you'd like to see personally, you've heard about it, you want us to go and visit, drop us a comment. Go onto Kori's Transplant Facebook page, which is available obviously from his links on there. Ask us questions and we will try and go there and we will show you exactly what it is you want to see. So like I said, we are talking about, I'm talking about favourite places and things to do. So things that I like to do personally when I go to the Whitby Goth Weekend, Bazaar is #1 for me, because that's where I get all of my quirky items from. Household stuff, makeup, handmade stuff. I am still really wanting, it's taking me years and I've never found it. I would absolutely adore a taxidermied crow, raven or magpie just to wall mount. Obviously ethically sourced for all those people who are yelling down the screen at me how wrong I am. I would love one, and I've never found one yet, because I don't want one in a display case with, you know, with a glass cover and on branches. I want to stick it on my wall in my living room and just have it there and name it Edgar or something, I don't know. So yeah, the Bazaar is a place where you can go and you can pick up lots of really cool things, handmade jewellery, a lot of handmade items. You can just get lots of things. So we actually bought some Venus fly catchers as well, and there's some really cool ones. You can literally pick up anything from there, so definitely go and check out the Bazaar. Don't forget also, when you're visiting Whitby, please do support their local shops as well. They have all the regular seaside towns, your bucket and spade shops, your rock shops, obviously your goth shops. But please do go and support the smaller businesses that are there as well. Obviously, Whitby is a tourist destination. These people can often rely on income from the Goth Festival coming in. It does get very busy, and I'm talking probably 10,000 people are pulling to a very small seaside town. So if you are planning to come to Whitby for the day, you need to come early, because parking spaces are going to be difficult to find, as particularly obviously disabled parking as well. If you are planning to come for the week, the weekend or whatever, and you haven't yet booked your accommodation, do it now. Get on there really quick. So you can book from various different places. Whitby Holiday Cottages is one of them. Just go into your search engine, type in the Whitby Gothic Weekend, type in Whitby accommodation, North Yorkshire. People think I say Whitby, apparently there's a Whitby in Canada. We're not, we're in the UK. So make sure you get the right place. Booking ahead is, I'd say it's pretty essential. So you have people from all over the world who are coming to stay at this Goth Festival. Usually it's from the Friday up until the Monday. So I'm not. If you want to know specific dates, like I said, jump onto your search engine, type in Whitby Gothic Weekend 2023. It will give you the dates for both the April and the October events. You'll be able to find out from then when it is you want to stay, what kind of accommodation suits you. Please be aware that if you're staying in the middle of Whitby, like above shops and things, you're probably not going to be able to park there. So you're going to have to find external car parks and then walk to your accommodation with your suitcases. Make sure everything's wheelchair friendly. There are a lot of cobbled streets. Kori is in a wheelchair, so obviously we have to use the pavement. There are people on mobility scooters, and obviously people have got prams as well, so please be courteous when you go. There are a lot of very big elaborate outfits as well. I myself has dressed up before. That didn't come out. I myself have dressed up before, so I wore a big post-apocalyptic outfit. There are photos of myself and Kori, which I'll post on his transplant page so you can see. So please do be careful. Again, when you're walking around, there's a lot of men and women, both in ball gowns, humongous skirts that trail all the way out. Please be careful you don't stand on them. Obviously, a lot of work goes into these outfits. A lot of people are stopping all the time to take photos for other people, so that's another thing to be aware of. There will be a lot of people taking photographs and videos and walk-arounds and things. So it's just a case of, if you don't like being in the middle of hustle and bustle and having to wait, going during the Goth Weekend probably is not for you. Wait until it's finished, or go before. It does get very busy. But is it worth going? Absolutely, 100% worth going. So I have friends who are steampunks and they have the most elaborate, gorgeous, working, cogged outfits. They're incredible. I was trad goth for a very, very long time. So I was, you know, the black corsets, the black makeup, the kind of Victoriana kind of, that was my style when I was younger. Moved on very much to cyber goth in my late 30s. A lot of the dreadfuls and things. Another one is that I always got my dreadfuls from Miss Needles. So jump online again. Miss Needles has got her own website. She is incredible. She does everything from mohawks to huge falls to small ones. She does installations of dreads as well. So if you want your dreads installed, just get in contact with her, see if she's got availability. I'm sure she'll do it for you. She can make pretty much anything. I've had anything from rainbow hair to bright green neon falls to just, honestly, just lots of things. And she does obviously sell the goggles and a lot of handmade items as well. So check out Miss Needles. She used to trade there. Not sure if she does anymore, but she definitely sells online. So it's worth going there. I think she's also got a new business called Twin Chambers, if I've got that right, hopefully. Again, really good. I will let you know some of my favourite shops to go and visit as well. So obviously when you go somewhere like this, there are always specific shops which people make a beeline for. So for me, that is Pandemonium. So Pandemonium is a goth shop. They sell obviously the clothes, your accessories, your makeup. They sell souvenirs, lots of really nice goth and some non-goth items as well. Great for presents if you want to go and gift to the goth in your life. Great place to go for there. Gutsy Gingers, I think Kori mentioned this on his last video. So Gutsy Gingers is around the corner from the Brunswick Church. It's absolutely brilliant. It's run by a couple of lovely people. That is mostly, say your hippie stuff, but your alternative, your tie-dyed clothes, your incense, your crystals, lots of beautiful jewellery. They have just lots of things for your home as well. So if you want your pretty like fabric light shades, that's where you're going to go. Gutsy Gingers is definitely the place to go for that. It's a beautiful little shop. Everybody is so friendly who runs it, and you know there's a lovely lady there who runs it with the most gorgeous dreads. And honestly, yeah, that's fantastic. I love going to Justin's Chocolatiers with Kori. Obviously, we go for our chocolate coffins, but they sell fudge and chocolate in slabs and everything else, so it's worth going there as well. Venus Trading, so that's a good one. That's a really big shop actually. It's really good for prams as well. It's quite a big shop. That's where I go to get all my favourite makeup. Now my favourite makeup brand is Stargazer. I get all my nail varnish from there. I get my obviously my eyeshadows and things. They sell hair dyes, jewellery, clothes are usually at the back of the shop. I haven't been for a few years. This might have changed. You can get postcards from there. You can get souvenirs, incense, toys, things for kids as well. So Kori's very, very first gothic hoodie came from Venus Trading. Absolutely brilliant. He looked amazing in it. So please do go to there as well. That's great. Obviously, you've got your fish and chip shops. A lot of people, I think it's called Magpies, is the famous one. That's the where they go to. We go to a different one just around the corner from Heron Foods. We will actually show you the one that we go to. This video is going to be the one in Whitby will be the one of the places that we like. So of course we're going to cover the tourist destinations, you know, the tourist attractions, should I say, such as the Abbey, the Whalebones, the beaches, the Captain Cook experience, which is the boat that we go out to sea on. It's a proper little pirate ship. Kori is so excited about going on that. We'll take you and we will film on that as well if we're allowed to. But we're going to take you to some places that aren't really mentioned very often in most of your normal Whitby videos. So we'll take you down the little back streets, we'll take you down little cut-throughs, we'll show you how to get to smaller beaches that not necessarily you might not know about if it's your first time in Whitby. We'll take you to meet some people as well. So you'll meet some of my friends on the videos. I'll pre-warn them that I'm going to be recording. They pretty much won't mind, I'm sure. They are some characters, believe me. So hopefully you'll get to see some of our family and friends there as well, and they are lovely. So yeah, it's just the Whitby Goth Weekend in itself. Everybody is accepted there. So there are steampunks, there are traditional goths, there are people who dress up. So not a fancy dress as in you go to a cheapo shop, but the people do wear very alternative things. It's not all goth. So I think that's the big thing is that it's called the Goth Weekend, and goths do go there, and goth bands play there as well. Tickets are available, by the way. Like I said, please hop onto their website. Bands do come and they do play. Children, I believe, are welcome. Obviously, no smoking in the venues. Check if you've got guide dogs and all that kind of stuff. We have taken our dog before to these venues, so you should be okay. Always check beforehand. There are fringe events. So a fringe event is something which happens outside of the main Goth weekend itself. So Whitby Abbey, they tend to do the illuminated Abbey. That is absolutely gorgeous when they light up the Abbey in all different colours. I do know that in the October festival, that they've had ghost stories up there. They've had a Victorian funeral procession up there. It's beautiful. It's incredible to go to. So make sure you check out the fringe events also. A lot of the people will go to the pubs in the evening. So if they don't want to go off and see the bands, the pubs will be absolutely rammed. Kids can't go in really to the pubs past 9 p.m. So if you've got little kids, there are other things you can do. Obviously, you can take them for a walk on the beach. You can go, the arcades are open. They do have like a little fairground there as well. I'm not sure what time that closes. You will have to check. I think it depends on the season. They have a lot of lovely little restaurants to go to as well. And some pubs, some of the smaller pubs on the outskirts, they will accept children. That sounds wrong, but you can take your kids in there. One of them is the Golden Fleece, which I'm hoping is still open because we really like to go there in the evening with the children. And it's just nice. It's just a lovely place to be, really, to be fair. You know, if the tide's out as well, you can walk along the beaches. Please be careful, always going across the beach at night time. Make sure, you know, you're well lit up, you've got little lamps with you. People know where you're going. Don't get cut off with the tide. It happens, even with adults, especially when they've had some beer in them. Be careful around the beaches, kids and adults, come on. Okay, on the subject of goths as well, I'll also ask you to please go and support the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. So if anybody who doesn't know who Sophie Lancaster is, please go on your search engine, type in Sophie Lancaster. She was a beautiful, beautiful goth girl who was attacked for no reason other than being alternative. And it's just absolutely disgusting that things like this still happen in this day and age. There is the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, which her mum set up. Her mum sadly now has also passed as well, but they do have obviously an active website. You can go and support them by buying merchandise, go and spread the word. So Sophie obviously is the beautiful 20-year-old girl who sadly lost her life due to morons. Prejudiced morons, basically. There's no need for it. So, and they actually made her name Sophie, and it stands for Stamp Out Prejudice, Hatred and Intolerance Everywhere. Now, they will have a stand there at the Whitby Goth Weekend. I will go and buy merch off them. I will support them. Sophie also has a bench up by the whale bones as well, which a lot of people like to leave flowers on. It's a really, really awful, horrendous story. Please just go back, have a look on the website, research what happened and see if you can prevent this from happening to somebody else as well. It's awful that in this day and age people are judged on how they look. I myself, even on YouTube, I've had some comments come through on Kori's YouTube about my appearance. I take it with a pinch of salt. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I absolutely don't give a crap. If you don't like how I look, just switch off. If you don't like what you see, cross over the road, don't speak to me, it's fine. So obviously I'm heavily tattooed from forehead to feet. I'm literally covered. I've got piercings. I don't smoke. I don't take drugs. I don't even drink. I would help little old ladies across the road. I would give you my last penny. I would help anybody if they needed it. You know, so just because somebody looks alternative, just because they look a little bit different, or they might look a bit freaky or whatever, don't judge these people, because quite often this is the case. This goes for goths, bikers, steampunks, punks, whatever. You know, you look at these people and most often they're the nicest people you will ever meet in your life, and they're the most polite. So, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. You know, just be nice to everybody, basically. You know, they're not going to rob you. They're not going to jump on you just because they've got piercings. You know, we're nice people. We are genuinely nice people. So going back to the Goth Festival. So again, booking ahead. If you are wanting to stay at the Goth Festival, you come in for more than like a couple of nights, Try and see if you can book ahead. Accommodation is available widespread throughout Whitby. There are also camping places which are just outside of Whitby. Also, you can stay in Scarborough. There's York as well. I mean, there are trains and bus services available. So do look into that as well. If you can't get into Whitby itself, don't think, oh my God, I can't get accommodation in Whitby. You can look outside and just look at public transport in. There are taxi services which run both in and out of Whitby. Obviously, it can get expensive, so please make sure that you do budget for that as well. It's just a great place to be. If you can get in there, you should definitely go. Obviously, they have connections to Bram Stoker, Dracula. That was the inspiration for the whole Dracula experience as well. The book, there is a Dracula experience there as well. Got mixed reviews. It's not something that I'm really into. It's all right for the kids. I think it's all right. It's a bit of a gimmick. It is a cool place to go. Don't get me wrong. You can get some souvenirs from there. I think if you're a tourist, you're coming into Whitby. You've never been to the UK. You're coming to Whitby. Go and do the Dracula experience just to say you've done it. It's a little walk through. There is a few jump scares in there. So do be prepared for that. If you've got a heart condition, don't go in. Obviously, we won't be taking Kori in there as well because he's got a heart condition. There's a lot of strobe lights as well. So if you're photosensitive, please be aware of that as well. There are a lot of things to do. So there are the arcades, your fish and chip shops, your Captain Cook experience. There's a lot of other excursions. You can go out on boats as well. You go out to sea. I think you go out for like an hour to 2 hours on some of them as well. So do check that out. And they are reasonably priced. They're not going to charge you an arm and a leg to go out to sea. Wrap up warm. It's bloody cold. You're up north. So make sure you've got that coat on. You're going to need it. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this video up because, like I said, this was a really quick me going blah, 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 about the Goth Festival because I promised Kori I was going to do it, and he did gently nudge me and go, you still haven't done your video one for your channel and people are going to want to know about the Goth Weekend. So you don't have to go if you're not a goth. If you're not into goth, that's fine. There will be some creepy costumes, so outfits, should I say, rather than costumes. People like to go all out. People can spend months having things custom made or making them themselves. Please be respectful of these people. Ask them for the photographs. Usually people don't mind having their photos taken. They go there, you know, to show off what they've made, to show how beautiful their outfits are, how elaborate they are. But always be respectful. You know, it doesn't take much to say, excuse me, can I have a photograph, please? Don't just stand in front of somebody and start papping them. That's not fair. That's disrespectful. As goes with celebrities, I don't know how they manage it. It would just do my head in. Be respectful of anybody who's there, please. Go support the small businesses. Go buy things off the stall. Pick your rubbish up off the beaches. If you're going to go for picnics and things like that, pick your crap up, put it in the bin or take it back with you. Please don't litter in Whitby. Whitby's a very, very clean space. It's lovely. It's just a beautifully, it's a very, very old place. Be respectful of buildings. Don't go tagging. Don't go dropping your litter. Please be polite to people. It goes without saying. That goes anywhere in the world, really, not just Whitby itself. But, you know, respect, keep things nice, keep things, you know, obviously safe. Fires on beaches. I don't know what the law is about having a fire on a beach. I think if you're going to do it safely. It might be against the law, so that's worth checking out. If you're going to do it, dig a hole in the sand, line it with stones, make sure you're not going to leave anything flammable there. Please, please make sure your fires are extinguished before you leave your beach. Obviously, kids, dogs, whatever, they all go on the beach. It's not fair. Don't leave anything sharp. Don't leave your beer cans lying around. Please stop dropping your fag ends everywhere. It really annoys me. Fags, by the way, I don't know if you call them that. Cigarette stubs, it's just obviously a slang term over here. If you're smoking, put out your cigarette, put it out on a wall or whatever. Take it with you. Don't drop it don't drop it on the street. That really, really does my head in. Hate it. And another thing, I'm going to get up on my soapbox now. Please, please, please be aware. If you're in crowded spaces, such as the Goth Festival, there are kids there. There are people with disabilities there. Kori himself will probably be on oxygen. He's in a wheelchair. This goes for anywhere, but particularly because I get really annoyed by it. Don't smoke in crowds of people. If you want a cigarette, go off. Go off. There's plenty of side streets. There's a lot. You can smoke. That's your choice. And vaping is the same thing. There is nothing worse than walking behind somebody at a really slow pace because it's so busy and having a cloud of cherry bacon in your face. Now, normally if that was an actual pie, I'd be like, mouth open, chuck it in. But when it's smoke and things like that people, I'm asthmatic, Kori has problems breathing, there's a lot of people who do as well. Be respectful about that as well. But mostly, go to Whitby, have fun. It is an incredible place to visit. There is a lot of amazing shops, a lot of amazing stalls, a lot of amazing people. And I think it's the one place that I have found people can go and be themselves. So a lot of people will have 9 to 5 jobs, sat behind a desk, being bored, shitless, you know, and they can't really be themselves. When they go to Whitby, you know, if a man wants to dress up in a ball gown and have makeup on, you know, let him do it. You know, compliment him on how amazing he looks. You know, all genders, all, you know, LGBTQ, everything, you know, all respect is there for everybody. You know, everybody is welcome. It's incredible. I think just take it for what it is, which is a beautiful, beautiful old place with beautiful people who go and be relaxed and have a holiday themselves and finally feel that they can be free of the binds of everyday crappy, normal, boring life, and they can go and have some fun. It is great fun, honestly. So you can go to your fringe events, you can go see some bands, go buy lots of really cool stuff, go and get some history. There are museums there as well. There's, you know, go and talk to some locals. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to tell you about the history of places. You can get some jet as well, so go and get some Whitby jet. Hammond's is a fantastic place. Go there as well. Lots of amazing sweet shops to go to. Go visit. There's like little bumper car kind of things on racetracks. Go up there, go and support them. Just go and support as many people as you can. Have fun. Take me some photos. If you're going to be there and you see us around, say hi. Just honestly, give us a big wave. I'll give you a big wave back. Come over and speak to us. It'd be absolutely fantastic. But most of all, please follow this channel and Crack in the Box to see what we do get up to in Whitby. We're hopefully going to be able to show you some really cool stuff. Kori has been very poorly, so we are hoping we are going to make this. Fingers crossed. Thank you to everybody who's also sending support as well for this holiday, which we haven't asked for. It's gone through Kori's PayPal, which is attached to his page, and people have actually donated for him to be able to do things there. So that is massively appreciated. It wasn't requested, it wasn't asked for, but thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts, honestly, for making this amazing. Okay, just before I go, I just want to quickly thank you all again for staying by us, subscribing to the channels, keeping on top of like news and, you know, and kind of things that are happening with our family as those. If you've never seen this video before, so my son is Crack in the Box. His name is Kori. He is in palliative care at the moment after having 2 transplants. This holiday, this video is made for him because one of his last wishes is to go to Whitby and he loves going. So, like I said, please keep up with this channel. Keep an eye out on Facebook. The Crap Goth is also on Facebook as well. Please add yourself to the page. I will be putting like daily itineraries up there. You can keep up with the things that we're doing. Like I said, if you want to see us go somewhere, please pop a comment down below in this video. Also on our Facebook pages. And we will see if we can go and do that for you. And we will take you around all the places you want us to go to. We'll take you to little secret locations. We will hopefully meet up with a few stall holders, have a chat with them, meet up with other goths, ask for them, obviously, for their experience as well, and just take you along with us, basically, for the ride. So get yourself onto Google or whatever platform you use to go and search stuff up on. Check out the Whitby Goth Weekend 2023 April and October events. Check out the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Go and support those as well, please. And then just hopefully see you guys in Whitby and very, very soon. Don't forget to say hi, okay? I'm signing out now. Goodbye.